Moving to the 3:30 slate, this one on ABC, staying in the Big Ten, actually. Wisconsin at Minnesota. Looks like Wisconsin's laying 17. Some shops got it 17.5, 43 the total. Joe, we're staying in the Big Ten. You've gone with 3 home teams so far. You going to stay with the home team in this one?
I am. Now, Wisconsin's dominated the series, Drew. They've won 13 straight over Minnesota. The last victory by the Golden Gophers came in November 2003 by a score of 37-34. Wisconsin coming off back-to-back emotional home wins over Iowa and last week against Michigan, and now have to go on the road to a rival that they've dominated in recent years over the last decade, but a Minnesota team that's sitting at 5-6 overall, looking to become bowl eligible. I think that's the key in this matchup. Now, you look at Minnesota from a defensive perspective, they're holding opposing offenses to 179 passing yards per game. I think when you look at Wisconsin over the last 4 ball games, they're only averaging 145 passing yards per game, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. They do have the Big Ten championship game on deck against Ohio State. When you look at Wisconsin overall from an offensive perspective, on the year, they're converting 50% of their third down conversions. But over the last couple of games against Iowa and Michigan, they've only converted 10 of 28 third downs. That's 35%. Going on the road to face a solid Minnesota secondary that can make them one-dimensional in this ballgame. Now, when you look at the Minnesota offense, they're a one-dimensional offense as well. They're struggling to stretch defenses vertically, only passing for 133 yards through the air, but they do have a mobile quarterback in Dimmery Croft. This is an offense in Minnesota that's averaging 196 yards on the ground. They have a solid running back in Rodney Smith, but Wisconsin as a whole hasn't played a mobile quarterback all season long like Dimmery Croft. I think he will be able to put pressure on Wisconsin's defense on the perimeter. He'll be able to make enough plays to open up play action. In the end, I think Wisconsin wins a very close ball game. PJ Fleck just got a contract extension through 2023. He understands this rivalry, what it means to Minnesota. I think he pulls out all the stops. Wisconsin remains unbeaten, but it is very, very close in Minnesota. Wisconsin 30, Golden Gophers 27. Take the 17 with Minnesota in this ballgame.
Okay, and we can actually catch this 17.5 at 5 dimes. So Minnesota plus 17.5 for Joe Lisi in this one. We got one more for you. West Virginia versus Oklahoma on ESPN, same time frame, around the 3:30 start time. Looks like Oklahoma's laying 22.5, total of 68. Let's finish it off in the Big 12, Joe. How you betting this one?
Well, Baker Mayfield will not start this game. Oklahoma has dominated the series, winning 5 straight over West Virginia by 14 points per game. They got this victory last year in Morgantown by a score of 56-28. Chris Chugginoff now gets the start. He played well in mop-up duty against Texas last week. He completed 14-26 passes, 189 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But he still has a big play trio of wide receivers. David Sills, he's got White and Jennings. That trio is combined for 206 receptions, 2,889 yards, 30 receiving touchdowns. I think they can make enough plays to put pressure on Oklahoma's defense to stretch them vertically. This is an Oklahoma defense that's giving up 250 passing yards per game, but more importantly, over the last couple of weeks, Drew, they only have 3 total sacks. If Chugginoff is allowed to make his reads and progressions without a pass rush, I think he could find those trio of wide receivers, keep Baker Mayfield in that offense on the sidelines, and I think West Virginia does push Oklahoma to the limit. In the end, Baker Mayfield will come off from the sidelines. He'll make enough plays to lead Oklahoma to the victory, but I think it's very close. 31-21, Oklahoma gets this victory in Norman Saturday afternoon.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.